Welcome to our channel, Do You Know? Today, we're back with a brand new video diving into history. Who are the Amazigh, Berber peoples? The Amazigh, often referred to as Berbers, are a diverse array of indigenous North African ethnic groups whose roots stretch back millennia, long before the arrival of Arab populations in the Maghreb. While Berber is an exonym derived from Greek and Roman sources, the people themselves often prefer the name Amazigh, Imazighen, meaning free people or noble people. They are united primarily by their use of the various Amazigh languages, part of the Afroasiatic family, though many are mutually unintelligible. These communities are spread throughout North Africa, mainly across Morocco, Algeria, Libya, and Tunisia, with significant populations in Mauritania, northern Mali, and northern Niger. Smaller Amazigh communities also live in Burkina Faso and Egypt's Siwa Oasis. Origins and ancient kingdoms. Amazigh ancestry can be traced back to Stone Age tribes of North Africa. References to them appear in ancient Egyptian texts, and from approximately 2000 BC their languages began to spread westward from the Nile Valley across the northern Sahara and into the Maghreb. Over time, different Amazigh groups, such as the Maori, Massassili, Masilii, Musalamii, Getchali, and Garamantes, formed distinct societies and sovereign states, including Numidia and Mauritania. Later, in the 1st centuries AD, other Amazigh-ruled kingdoms emerged, for example in Altava, Oraz, Warsenes, and Hodna. Arab conquest and cultural transformations. With the Arab invasions of the 7th and 8th centuries AD, Amazigh governance was largely dismantled and gradually assimilated. This period initiated a process of Arabization, during which many Amazigh adopted the Arabic language and embraced Islam, with successive waves of Arab migration reinforcing these cultural shifts. Nevertheless, Amazigh tribes remained politically influential. Between the 10th and 16th centuries, many Amazigh dynasties came to power in North Africa and Al-Andalus, Muslim Iberia for instance. The Zirids, Hamidids, Zenata chiefs, Almoravids, Almohads, Marinids, Zionids, and Hafsids. In Morocco, these dynasties persisted until the 16th century, after which power was assumed by Arabic-speaking sultanates claiming descent from the Prophet Muhammad. Ethno-linguistic diversity. Amazigh society comprises a multitude of tribes, such as the Kabyle, Chawi, Rifian, Tuareg, and Klu, each with its own dialect and cultural customs. Historically, they did not view themselves as part of a single unit nor label themselves collectively as Amazigh or Berber. Their individual identity was defined by local traditions and tribal names. The term Berber arose post-Arab conquest and was formalized under French colonial administration. Today, Amazigh is increasingly preferred by many as a self-designation. The rise of Amazigh identity movements. Since the late 20th century, a transnational Amazigh cultural renaissance has gained strength across North Africa. Known as the Amazigh or Berber culture movement, this wave of activism promotes language rights, cultural recognition, and political inclusion, often in response to centuries of linguistic and cultural marginalization. A deeper dive into Amazigh heritage. Language and writing. The Amazigh languages, such as Tamazight, Morocco and Algeria, Tarifit, Kabyle, Tashelhit, and Tamashek, Tuareg, belong to the Afroasiatic language family. Amazigh communities write using the ancient Tifinagh script, which has seen a modern revival in education, signage, and media. Geographic and social horizons. In Morocco and Algeria, Amazigh groups predominantly inhabit mountain regions, Middle and High Atlas, Kabylie, Oraz, and coastal highlands. Tuareg communities in the Sahara maintain a nomadic or semi-nomadic lifestyle, living in traditional tents, aakat, and herding camels and goats across vast desert territories. In Libya and Tunisia, rural Amazigh preserve traditional customs and agricultural practices. Diaspora communities exist as well, especially in Europe, where a new generation of Amazigh cultural advocates is active. Cultural traditions and social structure. Kinship and social order. Many Amazigh societies operate within clan or tribal frameworks, governed by elders or councils. Among some groups, particularly the Tuareg, matrilineal lines and women's decision-making roles remain influential. Hospitality. A cornerstone of Amazigh life, Hospitality includes the ritual of serving mint tea in 3 rounds, each representing stages of the guest's welcome. A cultural expression. Women often create richly decorated textiles and pottery, and men craft silver jewelry and tools, all embellished with symbolic Amazigh motifs. Traditional dwellings range from adobe mountain homes to fortified kasbahs and desert encampments. Music, dance, and oral heritage. Amazigh music thrives in various forms. The hypnotic rhythms of Tuareg guitar, the vibrant drumming of Kabyle ceremonies, and communal dances like a hiddis, a watch, and a hallel. Across regions, oral poetry recounts tales of heroism, social values, and history, preserving a rich cultural memory. Religious and cultural celebrations. While the majority of Amazigh are Sunni Muslims, many traditions blend Islamic practices with pre-Islamic customs, such as reverence for ancestral spirits and local guardian saints. Key celebrations include Yenir, the Amazigh New Year, mid-January, symbolizing renewal and agriculture. A Milchil marriage festival in the Atlas Mountains, a vibrant gathering that combines social, cultural, and matrimonial customs. A smaller, locally held seasonal festival celebrating harvests, protection, and community cohesion. Prehistory and genetics. Archaeological evidence confirms that North Africa was inhabited by hunter-gatherer communities as early as 10,000 BC. Cave paintings in Tassili Eniger, Algeria, and Tadrort Akakis, Libya, date back over 12,000 years. Over time, these groups transitioned to agriculture and village life, with Proto-Amazigh cultures forming around 2500 to 2000 BC. Genetic research shows that Amazigh populations carry strains of ancient North African ancestry, as well as genetic connections to Neolithic European farmers and Near Eastern populations, reflecting the region's complex prehistoric population movements. Modern challenges and cultural revival. Since the mid-20th century, many North African countries have taken steps to recognize Amazigh identity. Official use of Tamazight, cultural broadcasting, and inclusion in education policies. Yet challenges remain. Dialect endangerment. Smaller Amazigh communities face language erosion. A political repression. In some regions, Amazigh cultural expression is still restricted or marginalized. A cultural preservation. The tug between modernization and traditional lifestyles creates new pressures on community cohesion and heritage. Despite these challenges, Amazigh activism continues to flourish, using festivals, media, and education to promote visibility and cultural pride. Cultural impact and global connections. Amazigh traditions have deeply shaped North African architecture like Sour and Kasbahs, cuisine, couscous, tagines, argan oil, preserved lemons, textiles, and music. Today, Amazigh culture thrives in global diaspora networks, sharing history and traditions with younger generations and new audiences worldwide. Into a cultural mosaic that is ancient yet dynamically evolving. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.